Hi guys, it's Kaylin and
Dylan. Hey everybody.
And today we are unraveling yet another secret to you lovely drivers, which is 11 ways to increase your tips so you make more cash money.
Cash money, baby.
Hosted by a rider. So what better advice to take from,
hey, I'm a driver though.
Exactly. So yeah. I'm gonna tell you ways to increase tips.
Oh, ways I can make more money.
Exactly, because yes. I, the tipper,
I'm down.
The holder of the money you want.
I need more money.
Know the secrets. So, our first, number one, not the best, all these are good, so just number one in order, is a charger.
Oh.
Because there's been so many times where I'm going from Uber to Uber to Uber, and I'm doing different things throughout the day and my phone dies.
Yeah.
And you guys probably get asked this all the time. And so just have one or have two, just in case you need one and the rider needs one. Right. Because there's nothing more annoying than having a dead phone in an Uber ride, especially because like for me as a passenger safety, I like to make sure that I know where the driver's going, excuse me. So then I can, you know, track to make sure that they're getting to my destination good. So making sure that my phone's charged is really, really important. And it's easy. And sometimes they even have those little auxes in the back that you can just, you know,
secret ones. You don't
plug
have
on
to ask.
in. Yeah. So just have that available and make it long, because it's also so sucky when it's short. Like, and like, here's my phone, and they have to like plug it in, and I'm like, can't text or can't do anything on it. Yeah. So make it long. Spend the extra money.
And get the ones that charge fast too, because some of them charge really slow. Yeah,
especially if it's like through the cigarette charger one, you know what I mean? Those charge like dinosaurs. Yeah. And number two is emotional connection. And when I say this, I know it's like hit or miss whether you should talk in Ubers or Lyfts, which I get, like, don't try and force small talk the whole entire 30 minutes you're driving. But if you start communicating and you guys have like a similar interest and you guys can gain knowledge off of each other, definitely keep going that route. Don't like stop communication, like keep on making that connection, because honestly you can like make a friend with your driver. I've actually came home so many times and like told my roommates I met the coolest person, like get this, my driver, because you know you guys are like people and we need to, you know, communicate.
Oh my gosh, we're people?
That's all I meant, like
thank you so much.
Like you forget that this is not like a robot driving your car. So if
self-driving.
They have other experiences and they have knowledge, so gaining off of that is cool for the driver and the passenger, I think.
That's gonna be horrible when self-driving. I mean, maybe that's why self-driving hasn't come out yet, is because people
Tesla, they're getting there. They're getting the self.
Yeah, but people want to talk to people.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and I always forget that like I am in someone else's car. And you never know. It's actually a good chance to like meet people if you're in the mood for it. Like again, don't force conversation, but
you can make hella friends driving rideshare.
Exactly. And it's honestly exciting when you guys like both connect and
yeah. I feel like a good way to do this is if you ask your passenger like either what they're coming from or like, I don't know, if they're dressed in a freaking baseball uniform, like ask them,
play baseball?
So like how long you been playing baseball, you know, like try to start up something. Or if you're coming in all your dance gear, the driver would be like, oh hey, that's cool, really cool you do dance, like how long have you been doing dance for? Or
if I already like enter the car and I'm chatty, definitely keep going with that. If I'm not and I like give you one word answers, that's a social cue. I think they would be like, okay, she wants to, you know, have this drive more quiet and take some time for herself, which isn't anything on you drivers either. Like I don't want you guys to take it personally as a rider if I don't want to talk to you. It's nothing on you. No. Like it's just, if it was another day, another time, and I was in a different mood, maybe I would want to, you know, converse and connect. Yeah. But it's definitely, it's not the person, it's just the rider's mood. Yeah. Number three is mints.
Oh, mints. All right, I can bring some mints in.
Yeah, so it's kind of like gum. You know, like when you're in school and a kid has gum and everyone's like, oh my god, I want a piece, I want a piece, I want a piece. It's like the same thing with mint. Like it's just handy to have, because wherever you're going, it's
if you're a kid watching this and you need to make more friends in school,
bring gum.
Bring gum.
I don't know why you're watching this, but bring gum to school. It's a secret. You'll make so many friends.
You know, my biggest audiences are like 10-year-olds on this channel.
You know, they're just really interested in rideshare. Hey, I would be
Future
too.
Uber drivers of America.
They're studying.
Yeah.
Anyways, so mints.
Mints, cool.
Because I've been going to like auditions and like.
Oh, or dates.
Or a friend's house, and nothing's worse than like.
After dinner.
Yeah.
Or,
and people take Ubers right after dinner all the time, and if they just had like, you know, a garlic taco or
and they're going to the club
onion
after,
burger.
You're just like transitioning from dinner to club.
Or just a snack, something to like help your boredom. I just, you know, blop one in.
Blop it in, yeah.
Yeah, number 4. You want to take the lead on that?
Yeah, number 4. This one I added in actually. This was the only, I was like, Kaylin, I know you're making this list, but can I please add one in? That's why it's 11.
I love the idea, so I was like, let's do it.
That's why it's 11, not 10, right?
Yes.
Because I added one more in. But it's the Play Octopus Tablet. We've talked about it before, but it's, you can add in a special tablet in your back seat for riders to play games on absolutely free, and you as a driver do make money with it. But not only do you make money through the tablet, but a lot of times riders will tip you. I've used it before, and I've made like a lot of really good tips with it. I've had one time I had it was like a girl and a guy got in my car, and they were like pretty like mad, I guess, because I didn't let them in my car because she wouldn't tell me what her name was. I was like, all right, what's your name? Like, I want to, you know, confirm I have the right password. She's like, no, I'm a girl. You need to tell me what my name is. I'm like, no.
Jessica, Brittany,
and I'm like,
Brianna.
well, I have her name, but like, I want to make sure that.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna give her a free ride.
Yeah, so I was like, look, you can check my license plate to make sure it's the right
That's
car.
That's a good, smart
But
driver.
like, I'm not gonna give my name away because, you know, I don't, you know, I was picking them up at a bar, and like anybody can just hop in any car. So like, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, your name's Angela, right?
She's like, Angela, I am.
She's like, yeah. So and after a while, and then the guy was like, dude, come on, just listen to him, look at the license plate. And then they ended up coming in, but they got in my car and they were kind of angry. But I had the tablet in, and like they started playing games. And then,
dude, there's nothing that brightens your day up more.
Yeah, and then we started talking, and then like halfway through, I think I apologized, and then she was like, no, I'm sorry. It was my fault.
Yay!
And then after, I got a $5 tip too.
Yay!
So it was like, literally
so
that tablet saved me.
What is it again?
Play Octopus.
Play Octopus.
It's free. They send you a free tablet. You can't go on like Instagram or anything or Facebook. It's just the game only. But it comes with a data plan, so you don't need to use your own phone data plan.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, and most drivers make up to $100 per month with it. So
wow.
It's pretty good. Like, it helps, you know, pay for gas.
You know, another income. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll leave a link in the description down below for you guys to use that.
Perfect.
Would you tip if somebody had a tablet in the back?
Yeah, especially if it's a long ride. I've had so many like hour rides, and like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And so yeah, playing a tablet would definitely ease the boredom. So I would totally tip.
Yeah, and passengers can, if they get like the high score for the trivia, they get $25.
Yeah, and you can earn money as a passenger? Like, how cool is that?
It's like a trivia game. You're like on a game show.
Everyone's winning. It's a round win.
Oh yeah, guys. And if because most riders will ask you, oh, what is this thing? You don't have to tell them, oh, I'm making extra money with it. Like, you can, I mean, you can if they want.
I would just say it's a game.
But you could also be like, oh, I installed it myself. You know, you're not lying. You did install it yourself. And they could be like, oh, they'll probably be like, oh my gosh, this guy really cares. Which you do, you know.
Yeah.
Even though you are making double whammy extra money. Alrighty, moving on, guys. Number 5.
Number 5 is offering aux. So, if you're not
for auxiliary.
Auxiliary cord, if you're, old school. Just kidding. So, this is important because there's nothing worse than, being on your merry way and someone is just playing songs you don't vibe with. Which, it's fine, like, it's your car. If you want to play your music, it's totally fine. Yeah. But I think it's just an extra bonus if they're sweet and they like say, hey, do you want aux? I'm like, oh yeah, I want aux. Especially if you're with your friends. Sorry. Oh, word vomit. If you're with your friends and you're like going somewhere and you want to, get the vibe going, it's just nice to have your music. But then again, it's your car, so if you want to vibe to your stuff, it's fine. But it's just like an extra, like, oh, that's really nice, he really cares. And I'll normally tip because, that's just like starting off the night with your tunes and your way. It's just
A lot of times I've found when you're taking passengers at night and people are like drinking, if you do like one nice thing for them, all of a sudden they think you're like the best person in the world.
It's
like
true.
I had I think I couldn't find my passenger one time, and I think it was even my fault. Like I think I even made a wrong turn or I got lost, but I called them up and I was like, hey, where are you guys at? And they're like, oh, we're over here. And I like went and picked them up, and even though I was like kind of late to get them, they were like, oh my gosh, you found us, Dylan's the best driver in the world. And it was like, offering somebody the aux cord, like if they're drinking, or usually, yeah, if they're drinking, they're gonna like think you're the coolest person in the world and they're gonna party with you. But I mean, if you're a driver, like pay attention to the road, obviously, but like
don't party with them, but
let them
have fun in the back.
Let them party, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they'll like, throw you a couple bucks.
I feel like with all these tips, the best way to earn tips is just doing that extra step. Because I feel like I'm more motivated to tip a driver if they do something out of the ordinary, which normal Uber drivers don't do. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could tip them all, but like, I especially tip the ones that go the extra mile. Because I know that like they're trying and they care, and I feel like I'll always tip the people that are trying and care more than the ones that don't. So like, you don't have to do all of these, but just make your Uber trip out of the ordinary. Like make you stand out somehow, whether it is like giving the aux or making a connection with them.
Yeah.
So
that's a really good point.
With all of these.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are coming down to number 6. Got 2 hands. Yes.
Wait, we can like both. You do 3, I do 3.
3 plus 3.
Wait, plus?
Equals plus
3. Okay.
Equals 6. Anyways, number 6 is temperature control. Which, when I say that, I get freaking freezing all the time. I get really cold 24/7.
I have bad circulation. I get cold fingers really fast.
And I've been sitting, and I normally wear like crop tops, if I'm like coming from dance class, I'm hot.
Oh, that's true.
And I don't have a jacket with me, which is, my fault. But at the same time, we got like an animal in the bush.
There's like something over there.
A neighbor trying to creep in.
Can you guys see that up there somewhere?
Some raffling leaves. Anyway.
There's like a pig stuck in the tree or something.
Like a bird. Maybe we should go rescue it after.
Nah.
Let him live in there.
Okay.
Anyways, I get cold in Uber rides. So, sometimes it's my fault. I forget to bring a jacket. But just them offering like, do you want me to turn on the heat? Or do you want me to turn off the AC? I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. And I get that most people maybe don't get as cold as I do, but them offering, like, that's just nice. And a lot of drivers don't do that, and I just sit there and freeze for 30 minutes.
How many rides have you taken that the driver actually asked you, hey, do you want the heater on? If you guys, this is a pro tip, guys. If you ask every single rider, your tips will literally skyrocket up.
Yeah.
Just be like, you can even make it like super nonchalant as soon as they get in. Hey, by the way, if you want the heat up, if you want the air conditioning on, let me know. Literally, I don't care.
Especially, that's a good way to put it, because then what if throughout their ride, they're like, oh, I am feeling a little cold. At least they feel comfortable then to tell you. Because I personally would never tell a rider I'm freezing.
Yeah.
I would wait for them to offer, just because, like, it is their space, it's their car. I don't want to, like, make it my way. But just them offering, then I feel comfortable, and then I know that, like, hey, he's willing to turn on the heat or turn off the AC. Or turn on the AC if you're feeling hot.
For sure.
So that is like a thank you. And that's something that, like, I'm usually cold in all cars, so
yeah,
it's cool. Number 7. This is like the most important, 100%. Like, if you're gonna stay focused on one thing, it will be number 7, to drive safe. Like, there's nothing worse than feeling like your life is like threatened in a car, or like something's gonna happen.
At the end of the day, you are transporting people and securing their livelihood. Yeah. Driving actually is one of the most dangerous things you can do with your life, is being in a car. There's a lot of accidents on the road. People are drunk driving, people are texting and driving, people are Snapchatting and driving. Yeah, literally, like, driving is a dangerous activity, and when you're taking people...
No one ever admits that they're a bad driver. No one. I sometimes am not the best driver, but I will never say that, besides just now. I'm always like, no, I'm a good driver. So whether you think you're a good driver and your brakes work awesome and you're always checking, just like double check. Or my biggest pet peeve is when we're coming to a stoplight.
Yeah.
And they slam on their brakes at the stoplight. Like, I know you weren't gonna hit the car, but still that like,
yeah, you're like,
the anxiousness and then like your body like flinching forward is just like, just avoid that. Just slow down way before. Drive like a granny.
We get it, you're a confident driver.
Yeah.
Don't like.
We don't care about confident drivers, we want safe drivers.
Don't make us feel on edge. Like, oh my gosh, is he gonna stop? Is he gonna stop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing. I've had a driver not use their blinker. Even if it's like no cars are on the road and you're turning left, still use your blinker. Because as a driver, as like a normal driver, I hate when people don't use their blinker. So if you have someone else in your car especially, just be sure that you're doing everything you can and everything legal that's possible to, you know, really follow the rules, really do everything.
I was gonna say, imagine as if you're driving somebody who gets car sick easily. Like, my sister gets car sick easily, and whenever I drive her, I always drive like super safe because I don't ever want to like take a sharp turn or like come to a quick stop or take off too fast. I'm always like slowly trying to make it as safe as, or like as smooth as possible. Just imagine, because you never know, you might get somebody who gets car sickness.
Yeah, and I don't think they'd say that like straightforward, so I would just drive like everybody gets car sickness.
Oh yeah, my sister takes Ubers all the time and she doesn't tell them. Oh hey, by the way, I get car sick really easily. So can you drive like a normal person? Like safe? Alright, number 8
is opening the trunk for passengers. Which this doesn't apply to a lot of rides.
Or just opening doors too.
Yeah, or opening doors if it's like accessible and easy. But this doesn't. Normally, if I'm going out of town, I take Ubers, which you guys probably take a lot of, you know, people going to the airports or
all the time.
Going to the bus station. So they have a luggage, and nothing's worse than me like already having to carry this big luggage all around. So if I'm paying, it's just an extra mile to have them put the luggage in the trunk, or at least open the trunk if you don't want to lift their luggage. I don't blame you. Opening the trunk and like helping them and assisting them that way like is so helpful. Especially I've had so many like 5 a.m. flights, and like that's the last thing I want to do is just like, can you unlock the trunk? Like, can you? So if you see a suitcase, just like assume that they want the luggage in the trunk and offer that. And as they go away, do the same.
Actually, one time I was taking a Uber to the airport with my sister at like 5 a.m. or something, and it was still dark out, and we're like waiting for our driver for a while, and when she got there, she didn't like roll down her window or anything, and we had a bunch of luggage with us, and we're like, okay, I guess this is the right car. And then we like go to open her trunk, and there's like hella clothes in the back.
You're like,
and a like you know what Black and Milds are? Like Swisher Sweets.
Oh,
Like cigarettes.
Yeah,
like, well, I had to move like her cigarettes.
Yeah.
Or like we had to push all her crap to the side, and it was like, okay, yeah, I get it. We can do that, but like,
just you doing it as the driver just is better. It's fine if you have that in your trunk, but just
if it was in the trunk and the driver was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, let me move that over for you. But it was just like I had to touch her like clothes, and I don't know if her clothes are dirty or clean. They were all crumpled up.
I wouldn't like that.
And it was just like, I don't know. It was just not the best. Like,
it's fine, it happens, but if you want to get those tips, you move it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we did not report her or anything.
Yeah,
it was fine.
like you're gonna be fine, but just.
But it's not like I was throwing her cash, like, oh, you're the best driver ever. Like, yeah. Okay, the next one
which is number 9.
Number 9.
So if you're driving Uber X, I guess for Pull this doesn't really apply.
Or Lyft regular, not Lyft shared.
Yeah. And a thing that I hate is when the destination or the pickup point, I guess, better to say, the pickup point is.
Okay, let's start this over. Just say like.
Struggle. Word on it. Okay. Number 9 is across the street.
No, okay, number 9 is picking up people on the same side of the street.
Number
on the correct
9.
side of the street.
Number 9 is picking up people on the correct side of the street. there's nothing more annoying than having the pickup point be, fuck.
What?
Just,
you don't know how to say it?
It's eating me. How about you do this one?
No, I want to see you struggle through it.
Okay. Number 9 is picking up people on the correct side of the street. So as
what do you mean by that, Kaylin?
I mean as in the pickup location.
You're talking about when you get it
on the left side or the right side. It's on the right side.
Yeah.
Is what I mean. So if it's on the right side. So making sure that your pickup destination is the side that you're pulling up on, because I hate as a driver, especially, oh my god.
As a rider? Passenger? Are you an Uber driver?
As a passenger. Wearing heels or wearing anything.
Yeah.
Clothing. Walking across the street. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine. That sounds
oh my god, your life is so hard. You have to walk across.
If you're in heels and you have to walk across the street.
No, yeah, and like, a lot of times there are huge highways. Basically, what we're saying is, you, as a driver, you can see when you're picking up somebody what side of the street their pickup is on.
So just go to that side.
If you have to make a U-turn, pull around and like pull over on that side. There's a reason that they requested on that side.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like when I go to the gym and I have to get an Uber back from the gym, my gym is on a huge crossroad, and if I have to go to the other side, like it's gonna take me like 3-5 minutes just to walk to the other side. It would save you as a driver a lot of time as well, just to be on the same side, on the, you know, wherever I put the pickup location.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just, I mean, it's not the end of the world if that happens. Like, don't worry about it. It's not a deal breaker, but like we're saying, these are things going the extra mile, and we know you guys watching these, there's a reason you're watching this video, because you want
cash money.
You want to know how to go the extra mile. So that's what, you know, what we're telling you. But like I said, if you don't do this,
it's fine. You're not gonna get reported. You're totally fine.
But we know that you guys are doing your research and you want to know the inside scoop on how people do make a lot of money doing this. So, you know, this is how we're telling you. Because you'll save both time and you get more tips.
Number 10 is clean car, or like a smelling good car.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than walking into a vehicle and you're gonna be sitting there for 30 minutes and it smells like garbage or food or BO, you know? So just making sure that you put up those good smell fresheners and you clean your car. Especially, I get if your driver's side and your passenger's clean, but just look behind you and make sure that there's not crumbs from your previous passengers, because that happens a lot, or they leave wrappers. So just make sure to check that out, which I know that's not like your fault that it's left there, but just going into a clean car just like sets myself up for,
actually, I was driving for Lyft, what was it, like a month or two ago, and one of my passengers left a bag of weed in my car. Like a decent amount.
What?
Like a decent amount too. Like it was like probably a couple grams.
Oh my gosh.
And my car smelled like weed, and
that
I was
is
like,
not good. Do not have your car smell like weed.
And I was like, and I could kind of smell it, and like I only did a few more rides like after when I started smelling it, and I was telling people like, oh hey, I don't know, maybe some people were like just smoking a lot and they got in my car. I don't know why it smells. And then literally the next morning I go to clean, and they left the weed like in the back seat side panel. So when I looked back, like,
you couldn't see it.
And I even did, like, I even pulled over and looked in. It was so dark out that, because it was like late at night, I couldn't find anything because I looked for it. And then so the next morning I went to like move my car. I was like, oh, the weed smell's probably gone. It smelled, because overnight it smells so bad. I was like, okay, it has to be in here somewhere, and that's why I finally found it.
Oh my goodness.
But like you could imagine if one of my later riders got in and saw that in the car, they could have reported me or something.
Yeah, depending
so like
on the state and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a crazy story.
But
my goodness.
Yeah, that was
so check your
I was like,
sides,
oh, I got a nice little tip.
Your cup holders, yeah.
I did not smoke that though.
No.
Not that I do smoke weed, but still, I don't know what that thing could have been.
Moral of the story: check everything, and make sure that your car smells good.
Check everything. Check
everything. Open up the glove box. Do it all.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know why they'd be in your glove box. Maybe don't open that up. That's probably clean.
All right, guys, we are almost finished now. Number 11.
is legroom. There's not a lot that you can do about this, but sometimes your the front seats are positioned so far back that it leaves the passenger with no legroom. And if you're tall, I mean, safety over everything, but make sure at least the passenger seat is moved forward so that you can like transition to that seat if it has more legroom.
What I do as a driver is I always keep this actually helps me a lot with tips too. I'll keep the passenger seat scooted all the way forward. So that way when people get in the back, they have hella legroom. And then if I, like a lot of times I'll have people who want to sit in the front, or I'll have like 4 passengers and somebody needs to sit in the front. I'll just be like, oh, you know, wait a second, let me just scoot your chair back for you. And they'll be like, oh yeah, thank you for doing that. But a lot of times people in the back seat, they just have hella legroom. Like,
which is so nice, especially if you're a long-legged person like me.
Legroom is amazing. Like when you're taking an airplane flight,
people pay for that.
Yeah, people pay an extra like $100 for like 2 inches. So if you can give people like an extra foot just by scooting the seat up. Actually, I heard that is like a limo driver secret too. Like a lot of limo drivers, they're not limo drivers, but like just normal drivers who, you know, they drive, it's like those town cars, those black town cars, old school, like they would pick people up from work like in the cities.
Yeah.
That's something they do is scoot the passenger seat all the way up.
So they have more legroom.
So they have a bunch of legroom in the back. But yeah guys, those are 11 tips for making more tips. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you do to make more tips if you are a driver, or if you're thinking about becoming a driver, guys. Let us know which one that you're gonna start doing next when you do sign up.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow us on Instagram if you want. I don't know about Kaylin. I say follow me. I don't know. You
can follow me. Yeah? I say follow me.
Should we put her Instagram too, guys?
Let's put my Instagram.
All right, we'll put hers, I guess, down below.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I'll put my TikTok down there too.
My Facebook, my YouTube, everything.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching today's videos. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll talk to you all soon. Later, guys.
See you.